Hey everybody, it's your favorite Canadian info wrangler coming back at you live. Well, I'm live. Maybe I'm not live to you, but that sounds like a personal problem. Through the power of the interwebs. And I know this is not a regularly scheduled video day, but I thought I would do a video today because I have come to a decision about the direction that the channel is going to be taking, at least for the foreseeable future. And if you're seeing smoke wafting by the camera, you are seeing smoke. It's incense. So I've been looking at my YouTube, my diagnostics, my traffic numbers and such. And I saw that for most of my church videos, my numbers are in the teens. Now, obviously, I'm a very small channel. I've got very few subscribers, and I'm going to see very few views on my videos. However, it is pretty much standard fare on YouTube that about 60% of the people who watch your videos aren't subscribed. And so my subscriber count really doesn't have a whole lot of bearing on my view count. It would be nice if the two matched. And it would be nice if the subscriber count was higher, but it is what it is. But anyway, the point I'm making is for most of the church videos I'm seeing, and even my videos before that where I was going around to different locations around town, I'm seeing view numbers of like teens, 20s. And then when I did the review of Bazite Linux, that one got, I'm not looking at it right now, but I want to say it was like 47 or 49 views. And the Charlie Kirk video got about the same amount. So I'm thinking that for the foreseeable future, at least, I'm going to start doing Linux reviews. Because that's fun anyway. I've got a portable hard drive that I can plug into the USB port and install any distro I want to install without disturbing my current setup. Earl Grey, not so hot anymore. Kind of cooled off because I was doing other stuff and forgot about it. So yeah, I've got the portable drive. I can install any Linux distro onto that drive without disturbing my current Linux setup, without screwing up my bootloader or anything like that. And so what I was thinking was I would download a distro, play with it for about a week or so, and then do a video on it. So next week, I think what I'm going to do is a second review of Bazite, because I've had it for about a month now, and I can perhaps say a few more things about it than I did in the first video. And then the week after that will probably be a review of Mint. In the meanwhile, though, I'm going to download another distro and put it on that drive and start playing with it alternately between that and Bazite. I'll still be using Bazite I'll use Bazite for my video editing because I know I can rely on it. But for everything else, I'll try using the other distro, whatever I happen to download. I'll try using it steady for a week or 2 weeks and then do a video on it. So that's the plan going forward. And I may even throw in the occasional chat about current events if something particularly striking happens, I guess. I don't think I really want to cover the news on a regular basis. You can get that on any channel. You can get that on thousands of channels across YouTube. But, maybe if something striking happens, obviously I'm not wishing that what happened to Charlie Kirk will happen to somebody else just so I can cover it. That's kind of stupid. I don't wish that on anyone. I don't wish that on anyone's family. There's been a lot of hatred on social media, particularly on X, Instagram, things like that. About Charlie Kirk, people glorifying his death and saying really mean things about his family, like F his kids and F his ancestors and F the FNC that birthed him. That was one of them. And I try to stay away from that stuff because I try not to doom scroll, I try not to let my life be bogged down by people who mean nothing to me. But there are a few that stand out when that happens and they get covered on the news and stuff like that. And it's kind of hard to avoid. But, yeah, so I'm not hoping for something like that to happen again. I'm certainly not hoping for another 9/11 or another COVID. But I'm just saying if something striking happens in the news, I may cover it. Something particularly out of the ordinary, I may give my opinion on it. But barring that, I think it's mostly going to be Linux reviews. And I thought about doing game reviews, but the problem with game reviews is it's always copyrighted content. And then that's the same thing with movie reviews. Copyrighted content. Song reviews. Copyrighted content. The problem with copyrighted content is that you run the risk of getting a copyright strike against your channel. Now, if you get a copyright claim, that's not a big issue. You can take the video down or you can disguise the copyrighted material, whatever, like blurring out a video or something like that. And usually that's sufficient and you won't get a full strike against you. Everything will be fine. But you don't make any money off of it because copyrighted material can't be monetized. YouTube doesn't allow you to make any money off of copyrighted material, even though what you're doing is probably fair use. And, rappers do it all the time. They call it sampling. They have to pay royalties to the original artist, but they still get to make money off of it themselves. I don't understand it. But all of that was just to explain why I'm not going to do game reviews or song reviews or movie reviews or anything like that, because it's just not worth it. It's copyrighted content. It's a pain in the arse. And it doesn't bring me any money. It might bring me some views. Stuff like that does. But I don't think I want to spend the time editing my videos to be YouTube friendly just so I can get a few extra clicks. If I don't get views, then, I just don't get views. That's what I have to live with. I'm not going to start selling myself out just to get the views. Not that I think song reviewers are sellouts. I'm not saying that. It's just maybe they've got more time for editing. I don't know. I don't have the time or the inclination to edit my videos that heavily. Come to think of it, I don't even know how to blur a video. So I'm sure it's not too difficult. I'm sure that's out there easy enough to find instruction on. I'm sure I could probably figure it out myself if I just looked through OpenShot for a while. But as it stands, I haven't done that. I don't know how to. Linux distros, however, are open source and fully free to use in any way you see fit, including taking it, modifying it, making your own distro out of it, and selling it to people. That's basically what the Fedora project is. They've made their own version, their own distro of Linux, and they sell the enterprise version to large corporations. They still make end user versions, for the average person like me and you. They still make that for free, like Bazite. But what they focus on is their enterprise solutions, and they charge corporations money for that, and that's perfectly fine. That's what everybody can do with Linux if they so choose. So, me making videos reviewing them, there's no problem with that. There's no copyright issues. There's no community guidelines issues. It's fully and ethically there for me to do. So that's what we're going to do. Like I say, probably starting next week, I'll do my second review of Bazite. And then the following week, I'll do a review of Linux Mint. And then after that, it'll be whatever I've decided to download. And if you want to make suggestions in the comments about what I should download, go ahead and do so. It's right down there. So I'm going to put the call out, which I usually don't. I don't think it really matters. I don't think you have to remind people to like, subscribe, and share because and comment, because I think they all know that they should be doing that. I don't think there's anybody out there that uses YouTube that doesn't know that. So I don't think it really makes a difference to say at the end of every video or at the beginning of every video or in the middle of every video, like, subscribe, comment, and share. But I'm saying it this time anyway. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really helps the channel. And with that, I shall leave you once again till probably Thursday. I think I'll stick with the Thursday schedule as much as I can. And until then, God's willing, Daffy Duck willing, we'll see you all in the next video. Ciao for now.